1, 2, hit me.
Hi, welcome to Zainab's Cooking Tips. This is my kitchen and my cooking tips. These are cooking tips. These are cooking tips which I have made up myself from my years of experience of cooking. Right, today we're going to make some chicken wings. Now look at these chicken wings. They don't look appetizing, they don't look succulent, but you know what? That's the purpose of it. We're going to make them, and I'm going to teach you how to make the best chicken wings ever. And you know what? We're not even going to deep fry them. We're going to put them in the oven. Here's the lineup for the seasoning that I use. So it's a combination of different types of seasoning.
Mum, different doesn't tell them what it is. They actually want to cook this, so you need to say what it is.
Yeah, but there's there's ginger, there's garlic, there's onions.
Scotch bonnet.
There's scotch bonnet, there's cayenne pepper that my friend Rosamund introduced me to.
And some oil.
And some oil. And what I normally do is I make it like in a jar.
Bring the jar,
then,
show me the jar.
I'll show you one jar. And then there's garlic, and to make it preserve you add salt. And then oil, and then you blend it in the blender, Mommy, and make it smooth. And then you put it in the jar, and this can last for the next 2 to 3 months. I've had this jar for the past 2 months, and look, there's nothing wrong with it. It still stayed the same because the oil and the salt preserves it. Likewise with these, the same thing. There's ginger, there's garlic, there's all different onions, all blended together with salt and oil to preserve it, and you can keep that in your fridge, so every time you cook you add a bit to it. And what I'm going to add, a bit of barbecue seasoning here, not much. Oh, my spoon's too big, maybe just half. You know, I try not to do too much of this. There's
sorry Mum, can you do the cayenne pepper again?
There's the cayenne pepper, which I like, one of my favorite spices actually, because it's nice and hot. You know, and it's in powder form. You can sprinkle it over anything. It gives a really nice hot spicy taste, like we do like us food spicy in Africa, in Ghana especially. There's a multi-purpose seasoning. I'm gonna use a bit of that. I'm not really particular about which type of seasoning you want to use, but I much prefer to use like the Caribbean type of seasoning, you know, because I think that kind of ties in with a bit of the African cooking. You know. And there's the tandoori spice blend that my daughter gave me. That I'm not going to use much of it because I really find it like too strong, so I'm just going to use just a little bit, maybe like half a teaspoon. Okay, my favorite one is this hoisin sauce. I got this downstairs from the Asian shop. Hoisin sauce there.
Turn it a bit more because I can't see. Hoisin, turn it towards me and take the price tag off.
The price is still okay. This should already have come off a long time ago. There we go.
African way, Mum.
Alright. Okay. I'm gonna pour that on there. I'm not worried about the lid because I don't do lids, okay? I do quantities. Pour that on there. And then we mustn't forget, it's not optional. It's not optional. I think it's best to add a bit of brown sugar with the hoisin sauce. Oh yes, mustn't forget the flavor enhancer. Yes, I just found that in my cupboard. A bit of flavor enhancer, not much because we don't like too much salt in there. Just a little bit. Now, and then a bit of the brown sugar, seasoning off the spoon with the chicken. Okay, and then I'm going to scrape what paste is left on the plate with the chicken like this. That way, there's no waste. You see? There we are. And now, like a typical African woman, well, whichever way anyway, I'm going to use my hand to make sure the whole chicken, this paste covers the whole of the chicken. I much prefer...
Isn't that how you make fufu in Ghana?
Kind of. I much prefer leaving it overnight, actually. marinating it and leaving it overnight. I prefer it that. But if you don't have time, you can do it this way. But the best way is to marinate it and leave it, put it in the fridge overnight. Or for a few hours at least. If you're going to cook it in the evening, you can marinate it in the morning and cook it in the evening. Or better still, overnight. Actually, I'm going to use a little bit more hoisin sauce. I just love this stuff, you know. I like to soak my chicken in it. Because I just love it. I think it has a really nice flavour to it. And it's a really nice kind of seasoning. Okay, what we have to do now that we're ready, we can line up the chicken on the tray. I've had the oven on for the past half an hour.
Ooh.
So it's nice and hot. Temperature's nice and hot.
At what degrees?
And we're going to leave that in there for at least half an hour, but we have to keep checking on it to make sure it doesn't burn. Here's a second tray, because the other tray wasn't enough. And as much as you can. The trick is just to keep checking on it, turning it over, making sure it doesn't burn. That's far more important than how much you get on there. Get a nice crispy brown chicken wings. Pour all the sauce on it to keep the flavour in. Forget about that smoke though. Why is that thing on? Sorry, I accidentally put that on. Must have done. I'll see you in half an hour. Fake, one more time. When Doreen Lawrence lost her child, Stephen Lawrence, I don't really remember how I felt about it that time. But you know, there was a lot of publicity. I think that's probably how I got. I got probably, it's probably how I got into it. I'm not really into it. But it was only the other day that when she was selected in Parliament that everything came back to me. Because I kind of thought, oh wow, this woman has really, really worked. She's been through a lot, that woman, Doreen Lawrence. I remember when she was young, you know, slim, vibrant, you know. The next time I saw her, I was like, whoa, you know, the years have really gone by. Because you don't think, do you, until it's happening to you. But can you imagine, for me, the years have just gone by. But for her, can you imagine how she's lived each day? You know, she's done a really, really good job. She's kept her son's memory alive. Very strong. He was thinking, let's stay in Jamaica. And she's thinking, no, I've got these 2 children here to support. And I have a mission to accomplish. I need to get my son's murderers. I need to get them to admit that they murdered my son. And they did eventually. She's a very, very strong mother, and it's never just you, is it? Because something's going on in everybody's life. You know, it's personal. And sometimes you get caught at the tail end of somebody's life. Sometimes you're in the central. Sometimes you get pushed aside. Sometimes you get pushed to the forefront. But it's never entirely their fault. Nor is it your fault. Neither is it your fault. It's just the way life is, basically. And we were just simply trying to get through it. A bit, sort of.
If you tell them the
Anita,
negatives,
shush.
they will see the negatives. Don't tell them the
It's
negatives.
nice, look, it's got a nice brown colour. This one that I'm going to give to my daughter Anissa.
There's already a plate out for the chicken.
Look, it's got a nice brown colour to it. Nice and golden. Just like how I like it. It's got some nice dark patches. Exactly how chicken should be. Look at that. That one's nice and ready. I like it when it's nicely brown, golden brown. There we are. And there's our chicken. Grilled chicken wings, a la cold. This is my.
Move that out of the way. Move all of that. Go right back near the microwave then. That's it.
And this is my chicken a la maison, grilled chicken pieces.
Mom, why are you gonna say things you don't? Why don't you say?
Anissa, you're talking over the.
My grilled chicken wings. Look how brown they've come out. Ready to serve. I put a bit of salad, a bit of nice tomato ketchup, a bit of sliced tomato, lettuce and cucumber on the side. You know, all around it. You can serve it to your friends. We'll go down nice with some kinky and we'll call you with some kinky, rice, pasta, whatever you want to have it with.
Or chips.
Well, I wouldn't recommend chips. Well, unless they're oven chips. Trying to be healthy. Thank you very much. Ayete Papa.